Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how to create vendors or suppliers in QuickBooks Online. So for that purpose we'll come into the expense menu. Here you will get option of vendors, and my version is US version. So there is might be change in terminology in your version. Instead of vendor it should be there just like supplier. So both are same things. You have to just click on vendor or supplier. Once you click there you will get this kind of display. And if you already created supplier, okay, if you have already created supplier, then it will appear here. You can find the particular vendor from here, okay. And if you want to create a new vendor or supplier, you have to click on new vendor. And same way you can also import vendors in CSV format, okay. So let's create a new vendor by clicking here. Once you click there you will get this display where you have to enter the basic details of the vendors. Okay. There are so many options. Okay, just like bank detail, address, and some defaults. And vendor display name is mandatory field. Okay, without this field you cannot create any vendor. You have to enter something in this field. So let's enter one supplier name, NP store. Now if I have any kind of data of NP store, I can fill it here easily. Okay, now payment terms is also there. Same way default expense category. If assume that from NP store we are making purchase, or we are uh, making any kind of advertising expenditure, so I can select that particular expense here. So what will happen, whenever I create a bill, it will auto come into the expense category. Okay, whatever I select here, it will auto come into the expense category. After entering all the data, you have to just click on save. So our vendor has been created successfully. Let me show you. NP store is here, you can see it. So from here you can create bill, you can create expense, you can create purchase order. Okay, there is a difference between bills and expense, which I'm going to explain in next video. Same way you can also delete this supplier by clicking on make inactive option. Okay, and just click on NP store. Once you click here, you will go inside the particular supplier. So we can say this is the NP stores ledger. You can edit it from here. After modification, you have to just click on save button. And if you want to create a new transaction, then you can also create the new transactions from here, like bill, expense, PO, and etc. Same way, if you have any transaction of NP store, then you will have transaction list here. And here I'll get vendor details. Okay, whatever details I fill, it will appear here. So this is the one way by which we can create a vendor. Now I can also create vendor at the time of creating bills, expense, or purchase order. So let me show you a vendor creation by creating a bill. So for that purpose, you have to come into the bill option or expense option or PO option, and just click on create bill. So here also you will get vendors display. Okay, so these are my vendors. Fine, NP store, so it will appear here. Okay, I have to just select that particular vendor, and if you want to create a new vendor, then just click on add new. Okay, this is the same display. Fine, you have to just enter the name of the particular vendor and just click on save. Some of the field might be changed in your system because my one is US version. Fine, so as per company there is little bit change in some fields. So this was the second method by which we can create vendors. Right, now let me show you how to delete or inactive vendor. So for that purpose, let's go into the vendor field. NP store is here. Now from option, simply select make inactive and yes. Okay, so as you can see that that particular vendor has been removed from here. Okay, I'm not able to find here. Now assume that I want that vendor back. So for that purpose, I'll click on settings and just select this field, include inactive vendors. So once you click here, that vendor will appear here, okay, NP store, and you can read this deleted. And if you want to active, then you have to click on make active. Fine. So you can also print list of vendor from here. Okay, these are the vendors list. You can also export the same in Excel from here. You can also change or add some columns or remove columns. Okay, like these are the columns. If I want to remove this column, so I have to deselect here, and want to add something like address, then you have to select here. Okay, so in this manner we can create vendor, we can edit vendor, we can delete vendor. Okay, so this is for today. Thanks for watching. Kindly like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.